What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking Harvest. We're going to be talking about possible leaks with Deion Sanders being released, 92 overall, 95 speed. Obviously, that's going to be with boosts and everything like that, so we're going to talk about the fact of the matter, the way that they did Randy Moss. Many of us are believing that they're probably going to give Deion Sanders out, probably like a set card, or you'll be able to redeem him through playing the event, or he'll be in the store as a version of whatever they're gonna have as far as the packs. Because what we've noticed, right, when you look at some of the star players, they haven't really made a lot of them like limiteds for the promo themselves, because Randy Moss happened to be one of the best cards in the game when he dropped. Just remember what happened, right? He was so good that they patched the game. Like, he was able to spin and do wild things, and EA was like, yo, you know what, this game is way too fun, let's patch this, you know what I'm saying, bro? And it got real nasty. If you look at the prices, right, of the other cards, and you see the limiteds that they put out, they kind of avoided the real star players, right? They kind of gave us a reason to get involved in the program. That's one of the things I'll give them credit for. You know, the fact that Randy Moss was so good, and throughout the entire time, everybody was able to get him. You know, so that's actually a really, really good thing. We're thinking that they're probably going to keep that going. So I'm going to go over some of the things that you need to do to prepare, get your coins up, and just be ready to rock and roll. Because Deion Sanders, although he didn't play for the Raiders, we're going to be able to utilize him in different ways on the squad. So I'm going to talk about that right now. So the basis of it is this, right? Whether he's a set card or a card that's a 92 overall that's part of something in the store, regardless of how they do it, as long as he's not a limited, we're all set. Okay, so these are some of the ways that you're going to be able to do it. Okay, they removed the most feared situation out of the store, but obviously we all know with the most feared, they gave us the option of using the currency of the candy to be able to go ahead and get some of those packs that had these overall players in them, like whatever their overall is going to be. I'm assuming that by the time the harvest drops, we're looking at 92s. I don't think they're going to keep it 91 like the breakouts. Obviously, EA Sports has a way of surprising us, usually in a bad way, but I would say that probably he would be a 92 overall. I'm estimating his speed to be 95 because most of the players right now with their maxed out speeds are about 95, including Donta, Thornton Jr. With all of the things that he has in his strat card, he's currently 95 speed maxed out. So one of the ways, like I said, that you're going to probably be able to do it is with Harvest. They're more likely going to, if they do give us a currency, right? If they don't and they make it a very minor program, it'll just be, instead of breakouts, you'll see Harvest here, and we'll be, it'll be something in here where you can redeem, different types of packs or tokens and stuff like that to get, Deion. That's one way. The next way is this, right? And this will probably break the game. They'll probably put something in events where you'll go through the events, you'll get your token, and then he'll be inside of that pack that gives you the first release of Harvest. So however they're going to do it, because Harvest is most likely going to go into the early part of December and then end around that time, right? So if they do anything like what they did in this mode right here, this is pure hell. This event, like I said, the devil, he hit me up. He's like, yo, G, just tell them that I had nothing to do with it. I was like, you sure? He's like, yeah. Just don't, like, this is like really, really bad. Like, he wanted to say it was devilish, but he's the devil. He's like, yo, bro, this is bad. So he just used that. Like, yo, let me just describe it like, it's bad. Use this adjective, G, when you tell your viewers, yo, it's just really bad. And that's the devil saying it. That mode is pure hell, dudes. So if they continue to do stuff like that, it's only going to get more and more difficult for people to obtain the packs, because the reason that they made it arcade and X Factor's on and everybody's running around with Omaha is to make it so that, little Jimmy can possibly win. That's the whole objective. There's a lot that they do to make it so that everybody has a chance. I know it's bad. I know you guys are telling me like, yo, G, bro, I can't do this anymore. Yes, you can. And we can do it together. And we're going to do it together. We're going to laugh. We're going to cry. We're going to do all that stuff together live on stream at GmiasWorld on Twitch. So you don't got to worry about it. I'm doing it with you. But this is another way. Okay, because when you redeem it, you get the pack and all the cards, everything will be in it. Now, if EA wants to like draw it out, they'll do what they did with Donta Thornton, right? They'll make it so that you can power them up during the harvest season. Now, because of the fact that people are going to be playing in the MCS and the pro players are going to be crying, they may not do that. They may just make them available to just be able to be used, right? But if they decide to do it this way, we're going to have to do tokens. Now, I will tell you this. Barry Sanders wants nothing to do with EA based on reports. So for those of you guys that's like, yo, G, what about Harvest Barry Sanders? I don't think, yo, dude, Barry Sanders is like, yo, you guys are dead to me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if they could probably renegotiate, figure it out what they're going to do. But as far as we know, Barry Sanders is done with EA. Okay? So now, with all of that being said, he's not going to be involved. So for those of you guys that are asking about that, that's probably not going to happen. If they decide to do Deion Sanders as a set card, that would probably be ideal. And I'm going to tell you why. The more I think about it, they're going to start putting more and more star players as like the power-up type of situation, because they can sell it as a player that gets all team chemistries. You see what I'm saying? Donta Thornton, one of the things that people were complaining about, especially the pros, was the fact that he was only a Raider. And his 72 overall card was one of the best cards in the game. So because of those complaints, EA had to figure out a way to make everybody be able to have this player. And obviously when you look at his numbers and his height, he's pretty much a golden ticket this early in the year. So I would not be surprised if they drop one of these star players like Deion Sanders or whoever else, right? Because I think they dropped Carmichael 1 year too. I wouldn't be surprised if they allowed them to get all 32 team chems. So look out for that as we get closer to it. But those are the ways that you'll be able to build Deion if he's not a limited. Now, let me tell you what's going to happen if he is a limited. They're going to still give us a card that's valuable, right? I don't know what the card's going to be. And at this point, start throwing some names out there. What cards are you looking to get? I think they dropped a lot of the cards that we usually get already. So maybe you guys can remind me, who are the cards that we're waiting for, who we're looking for, so that way we can have an idea for it. Because I think a lot of them have already been dropped. So whatever the card's going to be, it has to be a draw. Whether it's a newer player or somebody that's more recent. Because like I said, even if you're new to Madden, everybody knows Donta Thornton. Like, you know, it doesn't matter. Like, it's like, yo, this dude is way too fast. He's faster than Calvin Johnson. He's 6'5". Everyone knows. So that's one of the major problems right now, is that EA is trying to make it so everybody can take advantage of the really good players. I can't even think of any names right now because of the fact that they've dropped so many good ones, but I'm pretty sure you guys are going to be leaving them in the comments. So once Harvest is here, we're going to decide what we're going to go after, how we're going to do it, and we will proceed in that way. Now, as far as like, you know, Dante Culpepper, like names like that people are talking about, that behind the line of scrimmage, juke move and spin move and all kind of weird stuff that they're doing, most likely, and I'm saying most likely because it's EA Sports, most likely they're going to patch that. Okay? This is something that is going to be very, very, like, I really can't explain how we're going to be able to put this into the game, you know, with the way that everything else is already developing, because if they do drop Deion Sanders, right, and you look at the cornerbacks in the game, it's most likely going to make it like, it's going to be pretty crazy, guys. So I'm assuming based on what they've already been doing, you know, like they gave us Christian Gonzalez, you know, Terrion Arnold, Joey Porter, to give us another limited corner may not be the smartest thing to do. Okay, I'm just saying that. Like, yo, like, why would they do that? Maybe go someplace else and give us a limited in another part and make Deion just accessible to everybody. That's my thought process. So I was leading up to, right now, because of these prices of the other corners, especially if you have Rod Woodson, I think it would be time to take a look at that and say, you know what? Let me go ahead and try to get some coins out of this. Because the harvest is next week, boys. Harvest is like next week. So I don't know why any of you guys would be spending 3.6 million coins on Rod Woodson, who's going to get mossed into oblivion. But if that's something that you're into, I'm not going to judge you. I just wanted to let you guys know that this is the part of the video where I tell you, this can't last. Joey Porter, Rod Woodson, all this crap, like, bro, Christian Gonzalez is going to be there because of the fact that he gets all 32 team chems and it's team builder. The other guys, be very, very careful. I'm just letting you guys know that be very, very careful, because Deion is going to make sure that those cards' numbers are ridiculous, and EA has done that in the past where they'll give us a free corner that's better than the other limiteds, and everybody loses money. Stay woke. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. Get ready to go. Those are the only ways that we'll be able to get Deion for free. If he's a limited, we'll figure out how we're going to do it then, but most likely they'll tie it to the events for the harvest. See you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.